Let's rejoice! Another popular anime is getting a season 2. Classroom of the Elite is one of my favorite ever anime from the year of anime I feel is the best. It may have been slightly overlooked because of how many record-breaking shows came out in 2017. It has a main character that didn't need to get isekai'd to live out a massive power fantasy. This guy, Ayano Koji, is what the concept of low-key would look like if it was isolated and purified. I was starting to lose hope in this one receiving a second season, but here we are. Let's get into it. The first season of Classroom of the Elite aired from July 2017 to September of the same year. The second season for this anime is likely looking at a similar release cycle. On screen now is the official announcement, however there was no release date. Previously season 1 was announced and released within the same year, so I'm speculating that season 2 will be released in October of 2022. The anime's first season adapted volumes 1 to 3 of the source material light novel. There are currently 17 volumes out, and the series is still ongoing with the last 3 volumes coming out in 2021, and more scheduled for release in 2022. The good news here then is that there's a lot of content available to cover in the adaptation. The anime adaptation had poor sales, which is likely why it took so long to get a second season. The merch for this show also did pretty poorly, meaning outside of the very successful light novels, this intellectual property does not generate much revenue. This means an unsuccessful season will likely mean that this anime will not get a season 3. I think a part of the problem with the IP is that all 3 media that it is presented in has very large differences. Fans of the light novel don't like the manga because it changes the personality of the characters. The icy cold main Ayano Koji, who I rate so highly, in the manga they show him as nervous and sweaty and incapable of keeping his cool around girls. Horikito, the female lead, in the anime, who is also pretty cold and reserved, turns into a smiling tsundere in the manga. The art in the light novel and the manga also has significant differences. See an example of the same scene being illustrated in the light novel and the manga. Part of the reason for the differences in art is due to the desired delivery. The manga is delivered more as a comedy than a thriller. The art therefore reflects this. Thank God that the anime is adapted more from the light novel with regards to tone, because I think giving us a Classroom of the Elite as a comedy would have been a big loss. There are funny moments, but this show is at its best as a thriller. The largest change across the media is with the main heroine from the anime, Horikito. The director of the anime, Seiji Kishi, is a big fan of Horikito, so he chucked her into scenes that were originally written for other girls in the light novel. The light novel does not feature a main heroine or love interest in the early phases of the story. This may make adapting the material difficult going forward. Another key difference is that the anime doesn't show us the majority of the internal dialogue that Ayano Koji has with himself. So in the anime, the viewers really don't know what he is thinking. This is good in that when the plans are revealed, we are just as surprised as everyone else. It is negative in that some fans say it makes the show bland. So, I believe that this IP performed poorly because of disunity among the different adaptations. It's hard to share a fanbase when the content is so different for each media. I don't think they can fix this either. I'm just glad for the second season of the anime. Thanks for watching today. Let's talk later.